What if I told you that a financial earthquake just rocked the global currency markets while you were sleeping? And its tremors are headed straight for the pocketbooks of every single person watching this channel. Late last night, something unprecedented and, frankly, historic occurred. The Vietnamese dong, a currency many of you are familiar with but few in the mainstream financial media pay any real attention to, did the unthinkable. It skyrocketed. We're not talking about a minor blip or a small percentage gain. We are discussing a monumental overnight revaluation that has sent shockwaves through the international monetary system. This isn't just a piece of isolated Forex news. This is a signal, a flare shot into the night sky indicating that a fundamental shift is now underway. For years, the narrative surrounding so-called exotic or revaluation currencies has been one of patience, of waiting for a domino to fall. Ladies and gentlemen, that first domino has not just wobbled. It has tipped over with a force that is echoing from Hanoi to Baghdad. The immediate and urgent question on everyone's mind is brutally simple. If the dong can undergo such a transformative revaluation, is the Iraqi dinar next? Is the long-prophesied RV, the revaluation event that has been the subject of countless forums, analysis, and hopeful speculation, now truly imminent? The connection is not merely speculative. It is rooted in the very fabric of the global de-dollarization movement that is accelerating at a breathtaking pace in 2025. For decades, the US dollar has been the world's undisputed reserve currency, the bedrock upon which international trade was built. But that foundation is cracking. Nations are increasingly looking for ways to untangle their economies from the volatility and the political leverage that comes with dollar dependency. What we witnessed with the Vietnam dong is a direct and powerful consequence of this trend. Vietnam has been strategically positioning itself, strengthening its economic ties outside of the traditional Western spheres of influence, building robust trade partnerships, and demonstrating remarkable GDP growth. This revaluation is a validation of that economic maturity. It's the market formally recognizing that Vietnam is no longer an emerging economy, but a fully arrived global player. This successful move by Vietnam provides a tangible, real-world blueprint for other nations considering a similar path. It demonstrates that breaking free from the dollar's shadow and establishing a currency's true, market-driven value is not only possible but can be executed with stunning success. And this is where our focus, the Iraqi dinar, enters the picture with a newfound and undeniable urgency. Iraq is not operating in a vacuum. It is watching these global events unfold with keen interest. The Central Bank of Iraq has been undertaking a quiet revolution of its own, implementing critical financial infrastructure upgrades that many of us have been reporting on for months. They have been installing new electronic payment platforms, reforming their banking sector to comply with international anti-money laundering standards, and most importantly, they have been increasingly vocal about their desire to settle trade in currencies other than the US dollar. They see the same writing on the wall that Vietnam acted upon. The de-dollarization train has left the station, and Iraq does not want to be left behind at the platform. The revaluation of the dong is a proof of concept. It proves that a nation can successfully navigate the treacherous waters of currency revaluation and emerge stronger, with its purchasing power on the global stage dramatically enhanced. For Iraq, a country sitting on one of the world's largest proven oil reserves, a revaluation is not just a monetary policy. It is a strategic imperative for national sovereignty and economic prosperity. So let's delve deeper into what this means for the Iraqi dinar specifically. The parallels are too significant to ignore. Just like Vietnam, Iraq possesses a massive tangible asset that the world desperately needs: oil. But for decades, the true value of that asset has been suppressed by an exchange rate that does not reflect the nation's potential wealth. The current official rate for the Iraqi dinar is a relic of a different era. Established in the aftermath of conflict and international sanctions, It is an artificial peg that fails to account for the country's vast resources and its slow but steady progress towards stability and growth. The events in Vietnam change the entire psychological landscape for the dinar. They create immense pressure, both internally and externally, for Iraq to follow suit. Internally, the Iraqi government and its citizens see a neighboring nation achieving a monumental economic victory. They see the pride and the immediate improvement in the standard of living that a stronger currency can bring. This creates a powerful public and political demand for their own financial authorities to take decisive action. Externally, the international community, particularly nations within the Middle East and the BRICS alliance, are actively encouraging a multipolar financial world. A strong revalued Iraqi dinar would be a massive boon to this agenda. It would create another significant regional currency, reduce the collective reliance on the dollar for oil transactions, and strengthen economic ties between allied nations. Think of it as a geopolitical chessboard. Vietnam just made a bold, game-changing move. The entire world is now watching to see how Iraq will respond. Furthermore, the technical preparations within Iraq itself suggest that the response may be imminent. The financial infrastructure upgrades we mentioned aren't just for show. They are prerequisites for a revaluation. You cannot introduce a new, stronger currency into a fragile or outdated banking system. It would cause chaos. The work the Central Bank of Iraq has been doing to modernize its systems, to implement real-time gross settlement systems, and to improve its digital financial literacy is the essential groundwork for a smooth transition. They are building the runway, and the Vietnam Dong event is the clear signal that the plane is preparing for landing. This isn't about secret bank rates or cryptic codes. This is about observable, reportable financial policy and infrastructure development. The pieces are all falling into place. The global trend of de-dollarization provides the motive. The Vietnamese revaluation provides the method and the precedent, and Iraq's own internal reforms provide the means. We are now in the final stages of a process that has been years in the making. The volatility we are seeing in the Forex market is the typical turbulence that occurs during a major paradigm shift. Old systems resist, speculators move in, and uncertainty creates waves. But beneath that surface volatility, the underlying current is moving in one clear, powerful direction, towards a fundamental reset of currency values that more accurately reflects the new global economic order. For an investor, this period of volatility is both dangerous and filled with unparalleled opportunity. The key is to understand the context, to see the larger picture beyond the daily fluctuations. The revaluation of the Vietnamese dong is the single most important piece of context we have received in the entire history of this investment discussion. Now let's talk about you. Let's talk about what you, as a viewer and an investor, need to do right now in the face of this information. The waiting game has fundamentally changed. It is no longer a question of if, but a question of when, and most critically, how you will navigate the final volatile hours and days ahead. The first and most important rule is to operate from a position of knowledge, not fear or hype. The sensationalist headlines will be flying fast and thick. You will see people claiming to have insider information or promising specific rates and dates. I am telling you right now, ignore the noise. The real information, the intelligence you need, is found in the analysis of tangible events, just like the Vietnam Dong revaluation and in the official statements from the Central Bank of Iraq. Your strategy must be grounded in reality. This is the time to ensure your investment is secure. If you hold Iraqi dinar, verify that you have acquired it from a reputable, licensed dealer and that you are storing it safely. This is not the moment to be making panic-driven buys from unverified sources on the internet. The potential for scams skyrockets in an environment of breaking news and heightened emotions. Secondly, you must begin to mentally prepare for the post-revaluation landscape. What will you do the moment the new rate is announced? Do you have a plan for your funds? Have you considered the tax implications? Have you given thought to the logistics of exchanging a currency that has just undergone a historic change? I strongly advise you to consult with a financial advisor who is familiar with foreign currency investments. You need a professional who can guide you on wealth preservation, asset allocation, and long-term financial planning. This event is not the finish line. It is the starting gate for a new chapter of financial freedom, and that freedom must be managed wisely. The third pillar of your strategy should be perspective. Understand that a dinar revaluation, while life-changing for many of us, is part of a much larger global economic correction. It is one move in a worldwide shift away from the US dollar. This means the entire global financial system will be in a state of flux. Other commodities and currencies will be affected. Being aware of this bigger picture will help you make smarter, more strategic decisions with your newfound capital. It will allow you to see opportunities beyond the initial exchange. Now, I have laid out the situation as I see it based on this breaking news and years of tracking this story. I have given you the context, the analysis, and the strategic framework. But my most important piece of advice for you today is this: you must stay connected. The situation is evolving by the hour. The analysis we provide in this community is built on a foundation of original data and a commitment to cutting through the misinformation. We are here to guide you, not to mislead you. So here is your crucial call to action. If this video has provided you with the clarity and the context you've been searching for, then you need to be a part of this conversation. First, hit that like button right now. It helps this video reach more serious investors like yourself. Second, and this is absolutely critical, subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell. You do not want to be last in line when the next major update breaks. We will be here, providing real-time analysis and sober guidance every step of the way. And third, I need you to act right now. Go down to the comments section and type "informed." Let me know that you are here, you are engaged, and you are ready to navigate this historic event with knowledge and a clear strategy. This is the moment we have been preparing for. Let's move forward together, informed and ready.